Dear students, now we move on to the next lesson, that is lesson number 7, assignment problem and sequencing. Assignment problem. In the name only we understand that assigning something or allocating something. Here assignment problem deals with the allocation of various resources to various activities on one-to-one basis. Let us see the examples. Assigning activities to students. We know certain students are very expert or talented in some activities. For example, some students can monitor the class very nicely. So that student can be made monitor of the class so that he can maintain the discipline of the class. Similarly, subjects are allocated to subject teachers only and to get the proper good result in teaching, and assigning different routes of pizza delivery boys. If the delivery boy doesn't know the route of certain delivery for delivering some delivering the food item or pizza, he should know the route very well, so that time can be saved. And assigning salesmen to different regions, assigning jobs to machine, etc., are the examples for this assignment problem. In all these cases, assignment is done in such a way that the total cost or time involved in the process is minimum, or the total profit is maximum. To minimize the time and cost and maximize the profit, we allocate or assign the jobs to machines or products to factories, etc., such a way. There are some conditions to be followed when assignment is done. First one, number of jobs equal to number of machines or workers, and each worker or machine is assigned to only one job. Each worker or machine is independently capable of handling any job, and objective of the assignment is clearly specified, that is minimizing the cost or the maximizing profit. Now, assignment model. An assignment problem consists of n workers and n jobs. It is only for example, n workers and n jobs, with the cost of every worker for every job. And the problem is to assign each worker to one and only one job so as to optimize the total cost. This problem can be expressed as an n by n matrix, which covers all n factorial possible ways of making assignments. But we have to select the optimal assignment from these. The efficient computational technique used for solving the assignment problem is Hungarian method. Explaining the steps of Hungarian method without an example will be meaningless. So, we consider an example. 4 jobs need to be performed by 4 workers as 1 job per worker. The matrix given below shows the cost of assigning a certain worker to a certain job. The objective is to minimize the total cost of assignment. Here the cost matrix, we call it as cost matrix, and these numbers given in these pink columns are the cost of assigning a particular job to a particular worker. So we have to minimize the cost of assignment. The steps involved in this are: step 1, subtract the smallest element of each row from every element of that row. That is, we will find the smallest element of each row. Here the first row smallest element is 50. So we will subtract 50 from each element of the first row. So we will get 62 minus 50, that is 12. Then 63 minus 50, 13, and then 0, 22. Similarly, we will do the same process for each remaining rows. That is, second row, after subtracting we will get minimum element is what? 35. So after subtracting we will get 22, 0, 14, 25. And then third one, minimum element is 15. Then after subtracting we will get 6, 34, 0, 41. and the last row has the minimum element 18. So after subtracting we will get 0, 165. Now we do the same procedure along the column also, that is finding the minimum element or the smallest element of each column and subtract it from the remaining elements. Here you can observe that the previous matrix is written. Then in each column, that is first, second and third column has the minimum element 0. There is no change in the new matrix for these columns, but there is last column with a minimum element 5. Smallest element is 5, so we have to subtract this 5 from each remaining element. That is 22 minus 5, 17, 25 minus 5 is 20, and 41 minus 5 is 36, and 5 minus 5, 0. So the new matrix is this one. Now step 3. Starting with the first row, examine the row as one by one until a row containing exactly single 0 is found. Make an assignment by marking a box that 0. Then cross all the other zeros in the column in which the assignment was made. This eliminates the possibility of making further assignment in that column, that is repetition. We have to assign the job to exactly one worker, one job to one worker. So here we have to check just observe this matrix. First row, when you observe, there is only a single 0. So we have to assign this 0, means put this 0 in a box. So we will draw a box around this 0. And second row, and one more thing, after assigning you have to check the column containing the assignment. That is, after assigning you can see one more 0 in the column, not in the row. In the column one more 0. So you have to cross that, crossing or cancelling that 0. That is cancelled or crossed this 0. Now go to the second row. In second row also you can see exactly 1 0. So we will put that 0 in a box and then check whether any more 0 in the column containing this assignment. There is no more zeros. Now go to the third row. Third row, there is no 0 presently because we have already crossed the 0. And fourth row has 2 zeros, so we don't want to make the assignment. Now we go to this same process for the columns. Now after examining all the rows, repeat the same procedure for columns. That is, examine the columns one by one until a column containing exactly 1 0 is found. Make an assignment by marking a box that 0, then cross all other zeros in the row in which the assignment was made. Here we are doing the process in columns. So after putting drawing the box around a 0, we have to cross the remaining zeros in the row containing that assignment. Putting the boxes, we call it as assigning zeros. Now step 5. Continue these successive operations on rows and columns. After doing column, again we have to check in the row whether any 0 is left to cross or assigned, that is put in box, until all the zeros have been either assigned or crossed out and there is exactly one assignment in each row and in each column. In such case, optimal solution is obtained. That is, after drawing the boxes and crossing out the zeros, we have to check whether there is exactly one assignment in each row and in each column. If all the rows, each row and each column has exactly one assignment, then we say that the optimal solution is obtained. If this is not the case, that is step 6. There may be some rows or columns without assignment, that is without the 0 having boxes. That is, the total number of marked zeros is less than the order of the cost matrix. In such case, proceed to the step 7. The example we considered is of this type. Step 7. Draw the minimum least possible number of horizontal and vertical lines to cover all zeros. This can be done as follows. First one, mark the rows in which no assignment has been made. And you can observe the example. In the third row, there is no assignment. Assignment means 0 with a box. There is no assignment, so we have to put a tick mark here. Now we observe that is there any 0 in that marked row? Yes, there is a 0, and which is in the third column. And then we mark rows which contain assignments in marked columns. And one more thing, mark the column having zeros in the marked row. If there is any 0, then we have to mark the column also. After marking the row, is there any 0, then we have to mark the column also. And after doing this, tick mark, that is mark with the row which contain assignments in marked column. Again, after marking the column, we marked this column and check whether there is any assignment in that column. Yes, there is an assignment. Then we will mark the tick in the row containing this assignment. So we have to put a tick mark along this row also, because this row containing this assignment. Then repeat these steps 2 and 3 until the chain of marking is completed. Okay, now draw the straight lines through marked columns. It is very important. Draw the straight lines through marked columns and draw the straight lines to unmarked rows. Marked columns, you have to draw the straight line, and draw the straight line through unmarked rows. These two, that is second row and fourth row, are the unmarked rows. So we have to draw the straight line through these unmarked rows. Next step, if the minimum number of lines drawn is equal to the order of the matrix, then there is a solution and it is optimal. That is, order of the matrix here means there are 4 workers and 4 jobs. So we are getting a 4 by 4 matrix. So 4 is the order. So here we have 3 lines which is less than the order of the matrix. So there is no optimal solution. So we have to follow the next step. And what is the next step? Let us see. Select the smallest element not covered by any of the lines of the table. Selects the smallest element not covered. Not covered means not covered by any of the line. Here 12, 13, 17, 6, 34 are 6, 34, 36 are the elements not covered by the lines. And here which is the smallest element, 6 is the smallest non-covered element. So we have to subtract. Next step. Subtract this value, that is the smallest value not covered smallest element. Subtract this value from all the uncovered elements. That is 6 is subtracted from 12, 13, 17, 6, 34 and 36, and we are getting this new matrix. And add, and one more step is the add the same smallest element to all those elements which lie at the intersection of horizontal and vertical lines. Which are the intersecting point? This 14. 14 is at the intersection of the horizontal and vertical line, and then 60 also. So we have to add the smallest element 6 with these numbers 14 and 60. So we are getting the new matrix this way. When you add 14 plus 6, 20 you are getting, and 60 plus 6, 66, and the remaining elements as it is. So we are getting the new matrix this way. Step 9. Repeat steps 4, 5 and 6 until we get the number of lines covering all zeros equal to the order of the matrix. In this case, optimal solution can be obtained. Now we have the new matrix obtained. Now again we do the assignment and crossing out the zeros. So in this new matrix, observe the rows, each row and column, and we assign the row in which exactly 1 0 is found. Here in the first row we have exactly 1 0, so we assign that 0 and cross out the remaining zeros in the column. and second row also has exactly 1 0, and assign this, and there is no more 0 in the column. Third row has exactly 1 0 now, because there is another 0 is already crossed out, so we have to assign this 0. Last row has 2 zeros, so we cannot assign now. Now we repeat the same process for the columns. So first column has exactly 1 0 now. So either you can assign this 0 and cancel or cross out the 0 in that particular row. But here we have selected this option. One more option is that is after here second column does not have any 0 left, third column also, but last column, fourth column has again a 0, exactly 1 0. So we have two options in the first column, and last column has exactly 1 0. So either you can assign the first column 0 and cross out the last column 0, or you can assign the last column 0 and cross out the first column 0. That is, we are cancelling or cross out the zeros in that particular row. So it will be like this. So we have selected this option, that is assigning the 0, because there is already an assignment in the first column, so we don't want to repeat the assignment in the same column. So we have selected this option, that is assigning the 0 in the last column. Otherwise the assignment will be repeated. That should not happen. So we assigned the last column and crossed out the 0 in that particular row. Now we just check each row and each column. You can observe that each row and each column has exactly one assignment is done. So here we have made the optimal assignment, and the optimal assignment is done as follows. Worker 1 should perform job 3, because the assignment is done for the 0 in the third column, that is this is corresponding to job 3 and worker 1, and the second assignment job 2 for worker 2, and third one job 1 for worker 3 and job 4 for worker 4. Okay, now that is W1 to job J3, W2 to J2, W3 to J1, and W4 to J2. And we will find the cost of assigning the jobs to workers from the given matrix in the question, and see the cost of corresponding assignments. That is the cost written in the row and column corresponding to these. And the total minimum cost will be 50 plus 35 plus 21 plus 23 is equal to rupees 129. And the sums in this part are solved in the next video, and you have to follow and learn all these steps with this example. Understand each step, then only you can solve the sum. Okay, thank you.